March absolutely changed the game for my channel. Let me show you how. If you're like me, you're still in the beginning stages of growing your channel and the analytics can feel a little overwhelming. I get it, I feel you, and that's exactly why I'm filming this video. I'm hoping that I will understand my analytics more by doing this. You know that whole saying, like the best way to learn is to teach. But I'm also hoping that by sharing this video, I can empower at least one person out there to just own their analytics, because ignoring it and living by the story,
I don't know, it's just so overwhelming, I just don't get it,
is not serving you. So let's get into it. My channel has grown so much this month, and I really want to share the breakdown from January to March and just share more on how my first quarter of 2023 went, as well as some of my goals for quarter 2 and some changes that I made at the end of this last quarter that I think made a big difference. So I woke up this morning and I had 82 subs. I now have 81 subs, as you can see. So goodbye to whoever left, and hello to all the people that have entered my space in the last 3 months. Let's just jump into the last 90 days because that's what we are here for. So I always just go up to the last 28 days and I change it to the last 90 days. But we'll also break down each month, January, February, March, which I only just realized that these were here. In the last 90 days, I've gained 8,000 views, 129.8 watch hours, and 52 subscribers. That is crazy, but the craziest thing about that is most of that happened in March. In the last 28 days of March, I've gained 7.2 thousand views, 81.7 watch hours, and 45 subscribers. So that's a good chunk of what I've done in the last 90 days. It's all happened literally in March. And it's just insane. So let me take you back to January. In January, I had 400 views, 20 watch hours, I'm rounding here, and 3 subscribers. Like, that was my growth for the month, and I was happy with that because I had been posting inconsistently on this channel for most of 2022 because I was focusing on our other channel. And so I knew that this channel was gonna grow very slowly. So 400 views, 400 in March, 8,000. That's a huge jump. February, let's go to February. So in February, I had over 900 views. So that's already doubled January's amount. And my watch hours were a little higher and my subs were a little higher. So this isn't the last 28 days, this is March. I don't know, like, cause I guess the last 28 days will factor in February since March isn't finished yet. In March, almost 7,000 views, 78.5 watch hours, and 45 new subs. And March is not even over yet. Technically, we have 2 more days of March. So I am excited to see how we end on March. So what I just showed you is like a pretty basic breakdown of the analytics, just going through the last 90 days. And I feel like as a beginner, that's a very easy way to start like digesting it, because it can be so overwhelming trying to understand every single aspect of the analytics. So just starting with the last 90 days or just going to the last couple of months, which I didn't even know that was there. So I was like writing everything down. That's how much the analytics overwhelmed me. I just was writing it down because I was like, I just can't. I was playing into that story of like, it's just too overwhelming. But I just want to feel empowered to take control of my analytics, have better understanding of the analytics, because I do think it's so important. So now I want to talk about what videos performed best in the last 90 days. And honestly, I'm winging this. So I'm going into the content tab up here at the top under channel analytics. I am going to videos because it defaults to short. I'm more interested in seeing how my long form videos performed. And you can see here, these spikes happen mainly when I'm uploading. Wow, 114 views on this day. What videos did I drop? Is my day in the life of editing, which is very interesting. That's the biggest spike here. So I'm gonna click on that. It looks like traffic sources, YouTube recommendations. So on the home page, oh, that's cool. So if you hover over it, it shows that like where the recommendations, like homepage and on the sidebar. 58% of my traffic for this video came from the sidebar on the what's next. So that was 67 views came from that, and only 7 views came from being on the actual home screen. That's really not what I expected. In the last 90 days, how viewers found my videos, YouTube search, browse features, suggested videos. This confused me a lot in the beginning. I was just like, I don't understand. What's the difference between YouTube search and browse? Short terms used by your viewers on YouTube to find my content. So that's the YouTube search bar. And that's where most of my content's coming from, which tells me that I'm using good keywords, or I'm using, you know, decent keywords that are coming up in the search. So that means like I'm doing pretty okay with my SEO. So that's something I definitely want to keep improving. So like I said, I don't always dig into like the back end side of this. I usually just go to like the last 90 days, look at my views, look at my watch hours, look at my subs, and then I try to get a general idea of what videos performed well with the green little ticks. So I try and keep it that simple. If I notice that a video is doing better than others, I will try to dig a little deeper. That probably was very confusing. I don't know if that helped anyone, me trying to vocalize how I was breaking things down. Trying to do this in a way that doesn't make me feel so overwhelmed, so I don't always like get bogged down in the analytics. I don't always dig deep in the analytics. When I have the capacity to be like, okay, we're gonna play around in the back end and try and get better at our analytics, I will do it. But I mainly just try and see the growth of those 3 basic things, and I just focus on getting those like bold green ticks. And if I'm doing that each month, then I know that I'm doing something right. If you're working on the skills of, you know, creating an engaging video, the rest will follow. So you don't need to know everything off the bat. What confuses me about analytics is just like, I don't know where to find everything. There's like 5 different buttons that you can get to the same place. And so it's just like, it just feels overwhelming. There's like graphs, there's all these numbers over there. I'm not good at math, and I feel like that has turned me into like a scatterbrain anytime numbers are thrown into the picture. I just think it's so important to own your analytics, because ignoring your analytics or only focusing on things like your subscriber count, it's not going to actually give you information on how to improve your videos in a way that's actually going to help you grow. Your analytics are like a cheat sheet. They'll tell you what videos are performing well, what intros are performing well, how people are finding your videos. It's literally your personalized cheat sheet on how to get better and how to take advantage of this information in a way that's going to help you push forward and grow even more. And that's why I feel like once you do start understanding it more, it is such an empowering tool to help you grow. So I have 3 real tips when it comes to owning your analytics that I think will be really helpful for someone who is just starting out and feeling really overwhelmed by trying to understand the back end of YouTube. And that is watching others, videos like this that break down the terms. It's like almost like a one-on-one tutorial. So I think YouTube's great for those videos of people breaking down their analytics. A lot of videos I've watched in the past helped me understand terms like click-through rate and your CRM and all of those kind of things. I'm still understanding a lot of terms on there, but I've started to understand more because I watched videos like this. Second is creating a habit. So you don't want to only go in like every 6 months to be like, oh, okay, this is my analytics that I still don't understand, and then just click out and just check your subscriber count from then on. I don't think that that's serving you. If you're taking YouTube seriously, it's time to start taking your analytics seriously to an extent as a beginner. So maybe you're making a habit out of checking your analytics at the end of the month, and maybe you're checking those 3 sections and comparing them to the last month, and you're just looking for those green arrows each month and making sure that you are outperforming yourself or just slightly increasing your performance. So checking your analytics in a way that feels good for you at the end of the month is a great habit. But if that feels like too much for you, then try doing what I'm doing. And I'm doing this every quarter. So every 3 months, every 90 days, I'm going into the back end and I'm checking my performance, and I'm making these videos. As good or bad as they might be, I do feel that they are helping me. My 3rd tip is to take it in bite-sized pieces. Tackle one thing, get comfortable with that, and then start tackling the next thing. Because like I said, there's so much going on in the back end. YouTube provides you with so much information. So tackle one thing. If you want to just focus on the impressions, or if you want to focus on the short-term keywords, pick the one thing, nail that, and then add something else into your tool belt of knowledge. Once you start feeling comfortable with one area of the analytics back end, then you can start adding on different areas, and that's going to start giving you a more well-rounded feel of your analytics over time. But taking it in small pieces can eliminate that overwhelm and make it feel a little bit more manageable and approachable. So what changes did I make that pushed me to see so much growth in March? I really think it came down to a few things. And one, I really focused on my thumbnails. Like, I really worked hard on just trying to create more engaging thumbnails, and thumbnails that I looked back at the end and I was like, oh, I like that that's a great thumbnail. It's not amazing, it's not perfect, but I feel like it's just an upgrade from what I was doing to what I'm doing now. And I just feel like it's more eye-catching and it's just more engaging. On top of the thumbnails, I also focused hard on the first 30 seconds of my intro, and this goes for both of our channels. We do travel and van life on our other channel, and there are some days where I will spend an hour and a half on the first 30 to 40 seconds of the video, just like getting all the b-rolls, doing the voiceovers, like just doing the thing and just making it so catchy and like intriguing and making people want to be like, oh, I want to see this trip, I want to see what happened, or whatever it is. I put in the work and I didn't just rush through that. Like, the intro for me became one of the most important parts of my editing, and this is obviously something I'm still working on, still always trying to perfect and improve on. So the third thing was just staying consistent with a content strategy. If you're a newer channel and you don't have a content schedule or a strategy, you need to get on that, okay? Because it has changed the game for me. You know, whether you're posting once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, having a schedule is everything for me, especially when you have other responsibilities and other things to look after in life. Having a schedule so you can prioritize your YouTube in your day-to-day life, game changer, game changer, game changer. It's the consistency that will pay off for you in the long run. I also post shorts every week, and that's part of my content strategy as well. And I know I said 3, but this is a little bonus for you. I made sure that I was creating value-focused content. I tried to keep my videos others focused. So what that means for me is like trying to add things into my video that the viewer can like take away and apply to their life. So right now, this portion of the video is my value focused portion of the video, where I'm giving you 3 tips, 4 is a bonus, and you can take these tips and apply them to your own life and hopefully see a difference, because it's helped me. It changes depending on what the video is and what it's about, but I always try to give back to the audience and give them something to take away from this, something more than just entertainment. I just tried to make sure that I'm not making videos that are all about me, watch me cook, watch me clean my house, which I do make videos where I'm cooking, where I'm cleaning, so no shade if you're doing that, but I also make sure that there's a part in the video that is for them, that I'm giving back to them. And I feel like when you are providing that kind of value, instead of just like a look at me kind of show, then people want to come back. And for me, it just feels good. I love creating value-focused content. I love seeing my videos and thinking like, oh, this has the potential to really help someone. Like, that just makes me so. So I want to know, how do you feel about your analytics? Do you find them easy to navigate, or do they feel really overwhelming for you? Was there a certain video or anything like that that helped you really understand them? Because if there is, let us know, okay? Don't be gatekeeping, let us know, because we are out here struggling. And like I said, I'm going to be doing these every quarter, every 90 days. So if there are questions that you would like me to answer or see, I will do it to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm learning right alongside you. So let me know in the comments and I will hopefully answer that for you soon. If you are new to my channel, I am sharing all the things I am learning and doing to grow my channel and work towards monetization. So if that is your vibe, I've dropped all the videos and hopefully one of them can help you out. So go check those out. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing and I hope to see you tuning in to another video soon. Bye!